Hi everyone, Diosi here with Voces Unidas in Pacoima and Valley Views SFB Media. We're here at Paxton Park. We are here with Kristy Sandoval. She's a muralist, an artist in our community, and really we're just here to uplift her work. She's creating a beautiful mural for the Pacoima Wash with Pacoima Beautiful. Tell me, why did you get into art? How did you get into doing murals for the community? And why is it so important for you to continue uplifting these spaces in our community?
I feel like I've always been into art. Growing up, it's always kind of brought peace to me, and I feel I really pursued it in college. When I left and I went to the Bay for art school, it really gave me that space to really get into what I was interested in. Coming back, I didn't plan to do murals. I didn't do that until I came back to my hometown in Pacoima, and I started teaching art classes, and murals were being requested, right? And also experiencing all of the mural work in San Francisco, like having walked around the city, like that's something that I wanted to see in my own community. So through the classes that I was teaching with the youth, with the kids that I was working with, we set off and we started small, and the murals just got bigger and bigger. And murals, it uplifts communities. We started creating the mural miles, so that really kind of gave the reputation to Pacoima that we can be proud of. And so that is really what brought murals on, and kind of just, I was hooked after that, and really seeing young kids, get into it, and being able to invite the community was a big part of it. I think that was a new approach for the area. So really kind of having all these new artists want to come out, and some of those artists are doing their own big murals now. I've been doing this for over 10 years, so I've really been able to see some of my young students develop into bigger artists. So that's what keeps me doing what I do.
And I also heard that you were the first female ever to do a mural in Turkey. Is that correct?
It was a surprise, and it came from the Mural Mile. I think the Mural Mile really put our work out there with the media. We were the first Americans to be invited to the Mural Istanbul Festival, and I was the first woman to participate. So that was a big deal, and even just to receive an email to be invited to go to Turkey was something that was like my furthest dream, right? Like I couldn't believe that it was happening, and I've had several other opportunities to travel through my work after that. So it's something that keeps me doing what I'm doing, and it keeps me motivated to do what I'm doing, and it helps me motivate other young women and other young girls, because even especially with murals, it being such a large task, and being such hard work, I think when I first started, I didn't see as many women doing it. Now I see a lot more, and I hope to continue to encourage other girls follow their dreams, right, and not sell themselves short because they're a woman.
I see a lot of our culture, our cultura represented in your work, and I see that here, just like in the art that you're creating. There's indigenous representation here. Can you speak a little bit about that?
Yeah, I think I've always worked with Pacoima Beautiful, as well as several of the nonprofits in the area and in Los Angeles. And being now the creative director for the past year, I was brought on board to do what I do, but also it kind of gives me like a back-end perspective, and being able to sit down with the planners and the organizers and the policy team and really see all the other aspects of the organization, and environmental justice, which is a cause that is what I was working towards, and having painted murals and focusing them on social justice issues and women empowerment and now environmental justice. It's really given me that understanding and that seat at the table before it gets to painting the mural. So the planning process, the experience, the permitting, like I really have a more in-depth understanding of all of that. And a lot of the causes that they put out, like the extreme heat and water conservation, and so really taking that and putting it into my work visually, it's given a different perspective, and even connecting me to the Tataviam tribe and working with them to create this design and making sure of the accuracy of the plants and the animals and everything we're adding to this mural is accurate.
I want to finish off our interview with just saying thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us and to explain your work to our audience. The last thing I want to ask you, Kristy, is Any words of advice for young little chicanitas or anybody that is looking to have a career in just art in general? What is something that you would like to say to them?
That's a good question. Thank you for asking that, because I do try to tell my students to always follow their dreams and to not give up and to really discover and explore who they are as a person, and their own unique individuality is what's going to make them stand out. And so staying true to yourself and not giving up and always planting those seeds. It may not always happen right away, but don't give up. It'll happen eventually, because your energy and your goals and your actions, you keep it focused on what you want, it will come. So don't give up.
Okay. You heard it from Kristy. Don't give up. If anybody wants to get in touch with you, follow your work, or just see the work that you've done, how can they do that?
Follow my Instagram, so ksanpinta, and I have a website, KristySandoval.com.
Go and follow Kristy. We're going to be tagging her on this video. And go ahead and follow Pacoima Beautiful too. They are an organization here in our community of Pacoima. They have something for everyone, no matter your age. And even if you can't commit yourself to any projects that they always have things like this for the community to come and get engaged with and be a part of beautifying our community. So thank you so much, Kristy. Once again, I'm Diosi with Voces Unidas in Pacoima and Valley Views SFB Media.